Alright guys, welcome back. I got the alternator out. Now I'm going to try to get the alternator slash power steering bracket off. Looks like you have, well, these two bolts here, this one and this one, go into the cylinder head. They also support this power steering fluid reservoir. And then you have two bolts which are difficult to get to. One here, and then one right there, over there. And I think those four bolts should then loosen up the power steering alternator bracket. The power steer pump is actually recessed into that bracket, and that's held in with about, I think it's 4 bolts. I might have to, this ABS control module here, it's held on, I think, with 3 bolts. Might have to loosen them. You see that bracket right there? That's what holds that ABS module assembly. If I run into any snags, I'll let you know. If I come up with any tricks on how to do this easier, I'll also let you know. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, just want to show you. It's very slow going. Basically you have to use a 15mm open end wrench. And there's very little room to maneuver. I'll try to see if I can get the, okay, right there. So you see right there, you're not even getting like a quarter of a turn. And you gotta flip the wrench around. That's it. The pulley's in the way. I mean, you could remove the ABS unit here. You could press this off, but I'm trying to do this as in little steps as possible. That's just a lot of extra work. So it's pretty slow going, but that's how you do it. Alright guys, I'll be back. Okay, and don't forget you have this one wire. I believe that's the water temperature sensor right there. It's just pressed in, so just take a screwdriver or two, put one on each side, and gently pry it out. Might even be able to do it with your finger. Yeah. Alright, so I'll just use the screwdriver, it's no big deal. Alright, so I almost got these two nuts out. It's very slow going. You can see, can't get much of any tool in there except for that open end wrench. So I got this one out. I just got to work on that other one down there. And then it should just fall forward. And I'll figure out a way to tie it up, to hold it out of place, to hold it up and out of place. Alright guys, I'll be back. Okay, so I got all the 4 bolts out. You can see it's separated. But what I did was, I just tightened this one over here, which is the most accessible. I didn't tighten it, I just threaded it in about halfway. Just to hold it there. There's no reason for right now to just let it hang or try to tie it up. But if you want to tie it up, just take a rope or a bungee cord to this point right here. And you could wrap it around and go underneath here. Wrap it around this right here and it'll hold it up and out of place. I did a little trial before when I had it just hanging there. So that worked. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it there. And that's because I still have a few other things to do. So why let it hang? Just leave it there in place. Alright guys, I'll be back. Alright, I guess the next thing I'm going to do is I had just loosened the power steering alternator bracket. I guess I'm going to take the air conditioning belt off. And right down there, that's the tensioner pulley. So basically, there's not much room to get a ratchet in here. It's 15 millimeters. 15mm nut here. I'm sorry, bolt. So, taking a 15mm wrench, put it on there, but can't get much leverage. So here's just a little trick I'm going to show you guys. If if you need more leverage and you're using a wrench such as this one, where you have a closed end and an opened end, take another wrench. This is the 15 millimeter. Here I got the 16 millimeter. Intersect them like this. Make sure you're lined up squared, because if you're not and you try to pull up, it's just going to slide right off and you're going to cut your hands or knuckles on something. So make sure you're squared. And look at that, you got all this extra leverage. I'll try to show you how to do this. And that's the 15. I'm taking a 16, placing it over, locking it, making sure it's squared. Yep, that looks good. And then with just a little force, look at that. All right, I'm going to have to put the camera down just to take the belt off with my other hand. So that's a little trick for you. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys. At this point, I'm going to start labeling some of the hoses and some of the connections. Now, I do know where everything goes. I don't need to label anything. Water methanol, the vacuum line to my blow-off valve, mass airflow sensor. These go to the water pump. This goes to the top of the radiator. This one over here goes to the bottom of the radiator. My two oil cooler lines, that's the top one. Back there is the bottom one. Those go to the alternator. Fuel line, obviously. But you know what? I don't know how long this job is going to take me. And like I said earlier, I'm not going to rush it. I'm taking my time. I'm trying to make it as enjoyable as possible. I have other things going on in my life. I got a house. I got a mortgage. I got a baby coming real soon. Real soon. I shouldn't be doing this in the middle of all that. But I'm a gearhead. I love this stuff. Plus, I got a lot more things to disconnect. And if I'm not able to come back to this project for the next 2 months, maybe I'm going to forget where something goes. So it doesn't hurt to label everything. And another thing I do, as I go along, I take lots of pictures. So before I disconnect and remove all these coil packs, I'll take numerous pictures of all the connections. I want to see how I had things routed the first time. You know, I remember doing this when I did the Procharger, getting this routed, getting everything here tucked nice and neat. Water methanol lines here, electrical lines there. You know, I want to get everything back the way I had it. So I will label it. So you're probably going to see a lot of blue tape with a lot of my chicken scratch on it, but I think it's just a wise thing to do. So don't worry about what your friends are going to think, or you're not a real mechanic. Yes, you are. It means you're careful and you're thorough. So I'm going to start doing that. So I'm not going to show you guys that. That's pretty much self-explanatory. But that's it for now. I think the next thing I'm going to start doing, I guess we're going to start working on removing the steering and lowering this cradle, because I know we need to get some clearance in order to get this harmonic balancer bolt out, and then we've got to pull that thing out with a harmonic balancer removal tool. So let me get started on labeling. My next video will probably be in regards to removing the steering, and then we'll start taking apart the motor after we remove some of this stuff on top. All right, guys, I'll be back. Listen, if you could do me a favor, please click the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'll be glad to help you guys out. I'll try my best. Thank you and have a great day.